welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making stained glass cookies. So let's get started. Alright, to start with, we are going to make a no spread sugar cookie. At least it's not supposed to spread. It normally doesn't, but the way my day is going, it probably will today. Trust me, it's been a day. Alright, to start with, we need 1 cup of mostly softened butter, like not melted, but it needs to be pretty soft. And these will chill for about 15-20 minutes in the fridge before we cut them out.
Are you filming?
Yes. Sorry about that. My son is full of dramatics sometimes. Alright, I don't even know what I need at this point. I need I've got 1 cup of butter in here. I need 1 cup of sugar. I'm just adding all of this to my stand mixer. Okay, that's the sugar. And 2 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and put the 2 eggs in, and I'm going to cream this together, and then I'll add the 2 eggs. I told you I'm having a day today. Now that I've got my sugar and my butter creamed together, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, but you know me, measure with your heart. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs. No shells. That is one important step. No shells. All right, let's mix this together real quick. Okay, don't forget to kind of scrape down your sides. You want all that butter, sugar, and egg incorporated. Okay. I'm telling you, the day I am having, I'll be surprised if these cookies turn out like I had planned. It's just been trying to get things done, and I've dropped so many things today and broken things, and just that has been my day. Okay, so let's move on. Let's forget the negative. We're going with the good. God has a purpose and a reason, right? So I need 3/4 teaspoon salt. I need 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Okay, there's that and that. I need 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Alright. And now I'm going to slowly add 4 cups of sugar. I'm not going to dump it in all at once because it would explode everywhere. I already know that. So I'm going to do this 1.5 to 2 cups at a time. 1, maybe 2 cups at a time, and then as it's mixing, I will add in the other 2 cups. 2. All right. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Start this, and then I'll slowly add in the other 2 as it mixes. Okay. I love this dough. It's kind of like the gingerbread dough. Let me get this out of the whisk here real quick, and I'll show you. Like I said, it's easier just to use your fingers at times. All right. Get this all out. Alright, let me slide that out of the way. Like that. Got parchment sheet here. And this dough, like I said, it looks all crumbly. But when you squeeze it, it comes together. Get this out. I'm going to shape it into a rough disc and then put it in the refrigerator for just a little bit. Okay. Let these stick here on the edges a little bit here. There we go. I'm definitely going to cut this down into smaller pieces before we roll it out to work with it. I've got my dough chilling, so now I'm going to take these little zip bags here, and I've got Jolly Ranchers, the hard Jolly Ranchers, red, green, and blue raspberry. I think it's cherry and green apple, and then the blue raspberry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unwrap them, place them in the Ziploc bag, and then take my meat hammer and just crush them. So let's get this all crushed up so they'll be ready to go when my cookie dough is ready to start working with. Now that your dough has chilled down a little bit, I'm actually going to cut it down so that it's not so hard to work with. Move that out of the way here. And just okay. I have my oven preheating to 350. My cookie dough, you'll need cookie cutters in various sizes. And then we're just gonna cut out with our larger cookie cutters first. Whatever shapes you feel like. Got a couple of stars, candy canes, stocking. You just need a large cookie cutter and a small cookie cutter. And you can actually mix and match the shapes as long as the smaller cutters fit inside of the larger cookie cutters. I'll get it out here in a minute. So my oven is preheating. I've got a baking tray lined with parchment paper. So we will be good to go. I'm just going to remove. And the good thing about this dough is you're going to be able to reuse it and reuse to make a bunch of cookies. And it's going to be just fine. If you need to put it back in the fridge for a little bit to chill back down in between uses, you can do that. All right. So I've got my big cookies cut out. Now I'm going to take the smaller. Let me see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well. Let me see if I can reposition my camera here. Hold on. Okay, maybe. So now I got a tiny stocking. I'm going to place it inside the big stocking. Press down. A little there. Hopefully it'll go back together. So then you want to take your stocking with the cutout, place it on your baking sheet. Now, if you want to take these smaller cookies and bake them up and then decorate them with cookie icing or royal icing, you can. Or I'm just going to remix them and make more cookies. All right, so my bigger star here, I'm actually going to take a little gingerbread cutout man and cut him out of my big stars. And we're going over here. And then on my smaller star, I have an even smaller cut out. That you've got some shapes cut out, you're going to take your crushed up Jolly Ranchers, and you're going to put it inside of your outline. Just kind of put some in there. As the cookie bakes, the candy will melt into that shape. You don't want to overfill it, but you don't want to underfill it either. Once you get your cookies filled, these will go into the oven, 350 degrees, for 8 to 10 minutes. My oven, I'm going to start checking them at 6. My timer just went off, so I'm going to put the next batch in the oven. We are going to let these sit for just a few minutes to cool. This one kind of overflowed a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to let these cool just a few minutes before we take them off the tray. But they smell so good. Once your cookies completely cool, they just come right up off that parchment paper. Isn't that pretty? That's what the back of it looks like. That's the front of it. And I made some with little stars and a stocking. And see, a few of them I kind of overfilled just a little bit. And then this one, I didn't quite get enough, but I dropped a few speckles on the outside, but that's okay. Those look absolutely amazing, and they smell good. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to let these completely cool. I mean, they're cool because the candy is hardened back up, but I want them to be room temperature before I pack these up. Thank you for joining me today, and happy baking.